So yesterday Mew2King released a video, and to be honest with you guys, it was one of the most heartbreaking videos I've watched. It was difficult to watch. A lot of people that I told about it didn't want to watch it after being 2 minutes into the video, and the reason is because for the longest time now, and you have to remember that Mew2King is a very old school Smash player. I remember Mew2King when I first got into Smash, and I started playing Smash back in 2000, I think 2 maybe. I got into Smash a long time ago, and I always heard that name. I can't remember if it was around that exact time, but I heard it very early on in my days playing Smash. And for the longest time now, Smash has had this running theme. This isn't a new thing. Smash has had this running theme that people believe that there has been kiddie fiddling going on, and there's been very suspicious, very sus activity going on in the Smash scene. It's not a new thing. It's been a running theme for a long time now. And at the forefront of that controversy back in the day was Mew2King, and there was a story that went around that he ejaculated on a girl's face when she was sleeping, and that he came on someone's bed when they let him stay over. And for the longest time, given everything that the Smash scene had been accused of and all of the stories surrounding the scene, it's very hard to not think that that's true. It's very hard, it's very easy for you to think, yeah, that's definitely a thing. And he has been accused of doing that. I think it's going on 18 years now, maybe 15 years. I don't know the exact time frame, but it's been a long time since he's been accused of that. And recently people have brought it back up again because of all the Smash allegations. He released a video yesterday, and honestly, me and my friends make light of a lot of things. This was it was definitely difficult to watch. If you haven't seen it, go to Mew2King's channel. What he essentially said was that it's impossible for that to have happened because he has had complications with his genitals. I won't go into the explicit details, but the long and short of it is that it doesn't work in the manner that it should, and so it would have made it impossible for him to ejaculate on this girl or this commentator or someone's bed. I can't remember the exact details of the story, and the accusations that people have made against him are completely false. And you could just see how uncomfortable it was for him to come out of this, and he felt uncomfortable because he feels that people are going to ridicule him for coming out and saying it, and they're going to insult him, and they're going to make memes. And he even said that it's in his autobiography, which he really wrestled with the idea of not actually putting that in the book. And I completely understand why. That is a very tough thing to speak about. He speaks about how it made him suicidal because every time he would hear about sex, people would talk about it as if it's the epitome of happiness, as if there is no better feeling. And you know, to go through your life as a young adult, a young male, hearing that from the boys all the time and hearing all those things, and then knowing that you will never experience that, he started to feel suicidal. When I was watching it, I felt terrible for him, and it's very easy to point the finger at him because of all the things that happen in the Smash community, and there's so many players that are deeply ingrained in the Smash community that are involved in the controversies. And so Mew2King, being one of the OG top players, like he's been a top player for a long time now in Melee. I don't know how well he did in Ultimate, but he's been up there. Very easy for someone to come and point the finger at him and say you did X, Y, and Z. People would jump on it because with all the allegations that have come out, it's easy to think and it's easy to believe that he would be involved in it because he's a top player and the top players run in the same circles. You could sit there and you could say, how do you know this guy's not lying, and making up this whole story for sympathy points. And to be honest with you, the way that people can pull up receipts and the way people can research stuff on the internet, it's very hard to lie and get away with something like that. So personally, I'm taking his word for it because I just don't think somebody would lie about something like that. It'd be way too easy to find out that he's been lying. Just way too simple, and he'd put himself in more deep waters. So the person that made the accusations against him and the stories that have been floating around Mew2King for a long time, anyone that created those accusations and perpetrated that idea of him, they need to be brought to justice. And I don't mean social justice. Like I've said before, I don't think that's the way to go about things. What I do think needs to happen is whoever made these allegations up about him and whoever has recently been speaking about him, saying that there's screenshots and whatnot, they need to be brought to justice. They need to be taken to the courts because you have potentially ruined a man's life. He spoke in his 25-minute video saying that he is very fearful of God and that he's fearful of going to hell, and so he doesn't do bad things because he wants to go to heaven. And he sounds like he has been like seriously mentally affected by this. And given everything that is going on in the Smash community and the fighting game community as a whole, this is the kind of guy that you do not want to be going after. He doesn't sound like the kind of person that has ever done anything wrong. Obviously I don't know him personally, I don't know about what he does in his personal life, but in regards to sexual assault and that story of him orgasming on a person or on a bed, that is obviously not true. It can't be true with what he's saying about his genitals. It's terrible that people would jump on a bandwagon like that. Like, you need to bring the people to justice that do these disgusting things. The actual pedophiles and the groomers that do these things, they need to be brought to justice, but don't just start pointing the finger at everyone. That is terrible, and that is one of the problems with cancel culture. Now, in my original video of this whole Smash controversy, I didn't say anyone's names because I don't want to cancel anyone that hasn't done anything wrong. The people's names that I said following that first video are the ones that came forward and admitted it. I'm not someone that has all the answers. I don't have the answers to everything, but I do know that you need to have some sort of evidence before you convict someone. The way people jumped on Mew2King, it's not right that people did that. My heart goes out to this guy, man. What he spoke about on camera, let alone the problem he has to deal with in his everyday day-to-day life, that took some real strength and courage. So hats off to him for coming out and actually expressing himself and coming and giving us that information so that we can make a judgment call, because I don't know who this person is that has accused him, but they need to be brought down. Like, you can't do this to someone's livelihood. The man was shaken up on camera speaking about that, and I can't even imagine what he's going through right now. Like I said, my heart goes out to that guy. My heart goes out to Mew2King. That is a horrible, horrible situation to be in, and I hope you get all the help you can, and I hope the Smash scene rallies behind you. I don't think you're lying. I don't think someone would come out on camera and lie about something like that, given how easy it would be to disprove him, and I hope the person that made these false allegations about him gets dealt with in the appropriate manner. The other thing I wanted to speak about, it doesn't really relate to the Smash scene, but it's still in the fighting game community, is that there's more rape allegations coming out. There's only just been a bunch that have come out now. Again, I'm not going to say the names because there's no proof, but they're just flying in, and it's insane. The fighting game community, and maybe the gaming community as a whole, needs some sort of reform. Now, I know a lot of gamers and maybe a lot of viewers of mine won't want to hear that, but the problem is that for every one of you people that is normal, it sounds like there's 5 that are not, and it's so widespread. It's terrible. Something does need to happen. Something does need to change for the better. It'll just be better for all of us. You know, we don't want these kinds of people in the community. They are doing us no good. They're doing us no favor. Gaming communities already go through enough when there aren't problems, so we don't need this on our head. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, it's not related to the FGC or Smash Brothers, but it's about The Last of Us Part 2, and it's specifically about Laura Bailey, I believe her name is. She's the voice actor for Abby, and she has been receiving death threats. Now, before I say anything, yes, someone did point out that this could be photoshopped because the game has received a lot of bad press, and so this could be a way of getting sympathy. I don't know if they would go that far. That seems like a bit of a stretch, and if there are people out there sending her death threats, like, why are you doing that? This is the problem. You people are the kinds of people that weaponize Anita Sarkeesian. Anita Sarkeesian will push something like this, and we'll have another Gamergate situation on our hands, and we don't want that. None of us want that. So I don't know why you would attack the voice actor. The voice actor is the voice actor. Like, of all the things in Last of Us to dislike, the voice acting is not one of them. The mocap people are not one of them. Like, I don't know why you would attack a voice actor. There's no reason to say nasty and disgusting things about her. I mean, just look at some of these screenshots. They're absolutely reprehensible. You've got people saying that I'm going to kill you because you, in The Last of Us Part 2, I assume they mean that because she killed Joel. I'm going to find where you live and slaughter you for what you did to Joel. Mark my words, I will stab you. I hope your parents die by a hard... Like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand why you would send a voice actor this. She's a voice actor. What kind of nonsense is this? This is not something that you should be sending out. It makes people that are against the game look bad, because she might think that someone like me would endorse something like this because I don't like The Last of Us Part 2 and I don't like the direction that it went in. But that couldn't be further from the truth. These people are psychos. Like, this is ridiculous. You cannot send death threats to people, and this whole video is really just about how we as gamers need to do better. And I know it's not my viewers, obviously. I know that the people that come here and watch these videos, I have discussions with a lot of you because the audience is still quite small right now. There's not too many of you, so I can interact quite a bit with people, and I know that some of you wouldn't go out and do something like this. For the people that might stumble across this video that are really butthurt about where The Last of Us Part 2 went, that's fine. A lot of people don't like where the story went. A lot of people don't like the game, but don't attack the voice actors. This whole attacking people because you don't like the way things are, it's not the right way to go go about things. The best way to go about things is public discourse. Like civil public discourse is the best way to go about things, and that's how you get change. You can sit on either side of the argument. It doesn't automatically mean that if you sit on the side where you like the game that you're a soy boy, and it doesn't mean that if you dislike the game you are some Trump supporter, for example. These sort of people, they have no place in the community as far as I'm concerned. You cannot send that to a voice actor. That's a disgusting thing to say to someone, and now there's news headlines about it, and it just makes everyone that is against the game look bad. That's all I really wanted to say in this video. Stop making allegations about people that haven't done anything wrong because it's the trendy thing to do, and don't send death threats to people about things you don't like in video games. It's not helping the situation at all. That's all I wanted to say today, guys. There's not really too much news. I will get back to you with stuff as soon as possible. Until next time, peace.